Okay, students, today we're going to talk about multi-digit multiplication, two-digit by two-digit, okay? And we're going to talk about partial products versus the standard algorithm. So we're learning how to do the standard algorithm of multiplication now, and we want to relate it to the partial products method of multiplication. So I'm going to do both on this video for you. Let's see how it goes. So standard algorithm over here, we'll start with that. It is faster. However, partial products may be easier to understand. So let's do it both ways and see how they relate. All right, so standard algorithm, you're going to start out here in the ones column with the 3, and you're going to say, okay, 3 times 4 is 12, and you're going to put the 2 here, and you're going to carry the 1. Now you're going to say 3 times 2 is 6, add 1, and you get 7, right? And so you get 72. So 3 times 24 is really what that is right there, and that gives you 72. Now you're going to move here to the tens column, and you're going to say, okay, we're going to do 6. However, that's not a 6. That is a 60, right? That is 6 tens. So in order to do that, you're going to put a 0 right here, and then you're going to use it just like a 6, because once you put a 0 here to hold that place value, it's now a 60. So I'm just going to say 6 times 4, and you get a 24. And then I will carry my 2 up here. Okay, and then 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So I get 144. So 1,440 right there. So you can see, even with the standard algorithm, you still get two partial products, and you then have to add them together, right? So 2 is there, 7 plus 4 is 11. We'll carry our 1. We'll get a 5 there and a 1 there. So we now know our product. Our final product is going to be 1,512. Let's relate this to the partial products method over here, okay? So partial products method is very similar, except we just do one digit at a time. So first, we're going to start with the 3 again, and we're going to do 3 times 4, and you get 12 when you do that. And then you do 3 times 2, but that's not a 2, that is a 20. So 3 times 20 is 60 right there. Okay, because 3 times 2 is 6, add the 0 back and you get 60. Now we're done with our 3, and we're going to go right here to the 6. The 6 is actually a 60, as we discussed earlier. So 60 times 4. Well, 6 times 4 is 24. Add the 0 back, and you get 240. Okay, and now we have 60 times 20. Well, 60 times 20 is, well, 6 times 2 is 12, and add both of those zeros back, and you get 1,200. Okay, and so there's your partial products. You have 4 partial products here. Now I want you to notice a couple of things. First of all, this one here was 3 times 4, and that gives you the 12, right? And then we had 3 times 20, and that gives you the 60. Then we had 60 times 4, right? 60 times 4, and that gives you the 240. And the final one was 60 times 20. Okay? Now, take a look here. This gives you 72 when you add those two together. And look at where we've seen that before. Okay? And when you put both of these two together, you get 1,440. And take a look at that. So you can see the standard algorithm is really just a faster way to do multiplication, but the partial products method breaks it up more obviously so you can see each step of the process and hopefully understand it better. We, of course, then have to finish adding our partial products together, right? We get an 11 here, we add them all up, and we get the same product. So you get the same product both times in both methods. All right, let's try one more example of each. So this time we will start again with the standard algorithm. We will start here with 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48, and we're going to carry the 4. And then we can say 8 times 7, which is 56, plus 4 is 60. All right, so now we're done with our 1, with our 8, right? The 8 is in the ones column, so we're done with that. And we can move on to the tens column. So this 3 right here, but that's not a 3, it is a 30. So you need to put a 0 right there. Okay, that holds the place value. Now you can multiply by 3. 3 times 6 is 18. And we'll cross out that 4, we'll carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22. And we will now add up these two partial products with the standard algorithm. to get our answer here. And it looks like we've got 2,888. Let's do it with the partial products method and see how that relates. So we'll start out with 6 times 8, which is 48. Okay? And now we have 8. So it was 8 times 6 gave you 48. Now you have 8 times 70, right? 8 times 7 is 56. Add the 0 back, and you get 560. Okay? Then you go over here and you work with your 30. 30 times 6 is 180 because 3 times 6 is 18. Add the 0 back, right? Okay, and then 30 times 70. Well, 3 times 7 is 21, but then it's times 10 times 10, so you get 2,100 here. All right, and when you get all of that, you have all of your partial products, and you're going to add them all up. But again, take a look right here. This gives you 2,280, and this here, when you put it together, gives you 608. So you don't have to add these separately. I'm just showing you how they relate to the standard algorithm, okay? But you do, when you do partial products, you do need to add up to get your final answer, right? So that's an 8 plus those zeros. 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 8 is 18. We'll carry our 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, 7, 8. And finally the 2. So 2,888 is your final answer. Now, this takes a lot of practice, so I do hope you continue practicing. But I think you'll get it. Practice makes perfect on these things. And I hope you have a great day. Keep working on math. Bye.